Fire Department, this is TJ. This is the video response to complement Chief Moses' memo that he just sent out stating that Engine 33 will now be doing EMS records on all first response calls where we receive mutual aid. So simplify that a little bit. If Medic 41 makes the call with Engine 33, Engine 33 doesn't need to do this type of record. If Westview Medic 1 or HFD makes the call to transport the patient with Engine 33, then we need to do this type of record. And all this is to ensure that we have EMS documentation on all medical calls from the time of patient contact to either the time of transport or the time dropped off at the hospital. Pretty cut and dry. We just need to make sure that the paramedic on the truck is initiating these reports. We're also, as his memo stated, we're going to start amping up the equipment and the medications carried on the pumper. That way there's no difference between Medic 41 and Engine 33 within respect, and then outside of having a patient compartment. So that way we can make sure we're providing the highest level of care as soon as possible for our residents and for the folks of Bel Air. So here's our report. I've created a canned report in here. All the information is going to be the same. I ask you get the same kind of documentation, detailed information, etc. in that. Couple things that are changes though. Said all this is going to be the same. One change here is going to be our disposition. Now I'm going to clear this out. Our disposition is going to be not transported, anything like that. Now we're going to go over to patient treated, transferred care to another EMS professional. From here, if it's a medic unit, it'll be a medic unit. Whether or not it's a fixed wing, rotorcraft, any of that kind of stuff, it's going to be an ambulance for the most part. And if it is for some reason a helicopter, then it'll be rotorcraft. Transport due to protocol, right? And for the sake of this record, it's going to be a BLS support, just to make this canned record a little easier to go through. Transferred to EMS ground provider. If it was Life Flight or PHI, we'd click air here. Transfer unit. We're already doing this for the mobile stroke unit, but if Westview or City of Houston transports for us, then we'll just click on who it is. We'll say Westview did that. Destination the same. On times, transfer of EMS care, this is something that's going to kick back to me a little bit, so we need to go ahead and put that time in here. Let's say we transferred care at 10:58 on 07/02/2020, and the call close went back in service at 11, so we need to make sure that is in there. Also, our fire incidents is something we used to keep blank. Now we're going to go ahead and fill it out, because I believe I said earlier we need to make sure this EHR record is done prior to the ESO fire record being completed. That way we have a continuity in the data as far as our times would be the same. Incident number is going to be the same between this EHR record and the fire record. And this basic information will be all transferred over for you. So it'll make the EO's job a little bit easier there. Fill this out as it is, emergency medical services, what happened, property use, all that good stuff, and that will all transfer over into the fire side. You're going to get your patient information. You're going to get your vitals the same as you normally would. We do have, remember, Engine 33 has the same capabilities as Medic 41, so 33's monitor can import through the Wi-Fi, so make sure you're back at the truck at this point, but it can import the vital signs, EKGs, etc. onto the iPad, just the same as it does on the medic unit. Flow chart, anything you do there, assessment's the same. Narrative, we're looking for the same stuff in here. Good narrative data here. You guys already do good narratives. You know how to do them. Keep it up. Just at the bottom where you would normally say patient transported to XYZ hospital, we're going to say patient care transferred to XYZ medic unit. Forms will be just about the same. Billing, the transporting unit will most likely get all the billing information, so this is probably going to be unable to obtain. Signatures, both you and your partner, or you and one other person on the engine, need to do the provider signatures just like on the medic unit. Facility signature, this is where it's going to be a little different. Instead of getting the facility signature, in this case, we're getting a receiving signature. So we'll get that from the paramedic or whomever we're transferring care to. Remember that we need to transfer care to an equal or higher level of care. So in some cases, if we are doing ALS care and we call for Houston, we need to make sure they're sending us an ALS unit, and that way we're transferring care properly. Have them sign it. Okay, so that should complete your record there. Remember, before we can transfer the data over to EHR, we have to lock, or I'm sorry, into ESO Fire, we have to lock our record. So let's go ahead and lock it. Okay, we are now locked. So let your EO know, hey, I'm done with the EHR record, so he can go over to incidents. From there, we'll go down right here at the bottom. You see where it says import EHR. We'll import that EHR. Here's our test record, test 1, 2, 3, 4. Open it. Here's our data. We'll go ahead and import it. And what that does is it brought over all of our stuff, brought over the same incident number, which we're keeping the same incident number in these cases. Fill it out however you need to fill it out. A lot of that information is already going to be there from the EMS record, including our times. We'll just have to fill in the dispatch time, etc. And it has your last cleared time. Narrative information is all going to be the same. Unit will transfer over. You'll probably just have to add one other person that wasn't put on the medic unit into there. And that's about it, guys. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty simple, but I know it's a decent change, and it's a change for the better to help us with our documentation. So I appreciate it. Guys, let's keep getting better, and have a good one. Thanks. Bye.